ladies, for joining us today. It's Massiel.
And Omely.
And welcome back to All That Glitters Is podcast. And today's topic is going to be life skills and what they didn't teach us in high school. Or in school.
Or
period.
in school period.
Yes.
Remember to like, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell.
Woo! That little bell. So we're going to just talk about life skills. We came up with a list. I did a little bit of hunting down for some suggestions of people and what they thought would have been beneficial to know once they graduated that they didn't really go into details about in school. And I feel very passionate about this subject.
Me too. I feel very passionate because when we graduated, we thought we had everything we needed.
Yeah, go to college. That's it. You got accepted to. Oh, I got accepted. Yeah. Oh, I get to go and live on my own. Oh, do you really?
But do you know how to pay bills?
Do you know how to wash your clothes?
Do you know how to start a business?
Yeah. What do you do? What are you going to do when you're living on your own? What are you going to do? So if you know anyone that would benefit from this video, I would just suggest you share it. Share.
Share it.
So one of the many lessons that we're not taught in school that I feel would be beneficial is that of cleaning. What we must do on a regular basis that we might not still do even when you have your own place, but we need to do.
Yeah, we should definitely learn when we're young how to clean so we can help out in the house.
Right? The chores, right? So washing the dishes. Why Dawn is so amazing.
I mean, I don't think that they would have like a sink for us to learn how to wash dishes, but just to reiterate,
right, cleanliness of the home, so your cucarachas are not crawling all over your house. Washing your clothes, whites and color.
Oh, that's very important.
What happens if you don't do that?
If you do mix them, all of your white clothes is going to be either red or black.
And that's a problem. You'll have pink clothes.
Yes, you have pink clothes.
All the time. So then that's just wasted stuff. And there's really no way of taking that color out. Because I don't think Clorox can even do the job.
No, you would just have to go buy more
just
clothes.
wear pink clothes.
Well,
cleaning the toilet. Very important. We flush. And we need to clean the toilet. How often? At least once a week.
At least once. Yeah.
And me and my friends time this. It takes about, and my friend knows who it is. It takes 30 seconds to clean a toilet. 30 seconds.
Yes, it does.
So there's no excuses. I go by that method now. Because I have 3 kids using one toilet and it is rough.
I know. And, I have to instill that in my son every single day. Even to flush the toilet.
Yeah.
I have to instill that every day. He forgets.
I don't know.
I don't know why he forgets, but he forgets. I have to constantly remind him.
Does he use a technology while he's on the toilet?
No, I cannot let him use technology in the toilet. That would be too much. He would never get out of the bathroom.
I agree.
He would never get out of the bathroom.
It's so true. Yeah, we have a little bit of a technology and bathroom problem.
So your kids use the technology in the
sometimes, and then
do they take longer?
Yes, they do because
Isaiah.
I think it's when their whole bottom half falls asleep is when they're like, okay, there's
time.
something wrong. I gotta get up. But definitely the toilet cleaning, that is a must. Washing your clothes is a must.
A cart maintenance too.
Car maintenance? Hello, it's not just buy or get a car and so long, I'm free.
I know.
There's an oil change that needs to be done every few hundred miles.
These are just life skills that you come across as you grow up, and it's not taught to you unless either maybe your parents at home teaches you this, or in school they should be able to teach you this, but that's not what we get. And
how to change a tire.
Oh yeah, how to change a tire. I still don't really know how to change a tire. I mean, I kind of do.
Hi guys, can someone help me? Someone stop, please.
I tried to change my own car tire, and I don't think I was strong enough.
I agree. I don't know if you.
And
I
work
think
out.
I've attempted, but the little nuggets are a little tough sometimes.
They're tough. They're tough. And
But now with these sensors in the car that tell you like your pressure is low, at least that helps because now you know if you get in the car and the sensor is low, your tire pressure is low, you know you have something.
yeah.
Before it was like you're driving and you're like don't go. What's happening? And then you get off and you have to
I leave all of my car maintenance to my dad.
Well, no. I rely a lot on my car to notify me of my car maintenance. I have percentage of oil, a tire pressure, all that. But it's important. It's something that you need to do. You need to be on top of because your car will be destroyed
Yes.
if you don't do car maintenance. Health maintenance. You got to go to the doctor. Like, it's not... Your parent might not be there, or an adult might not be there to do it. You're the adult now, so you need to know that you get to go to once a year to the regular
checkup.
doctor for your checkup, and at least twice to your dentist. General insurance covers those visits for you because they're wellness visits. So that's important too. Work life. Now you work and you have to be able to manage work, school, or just work in general. Are you?
Yeah, the managing the work and school is definitely something that you don't experience as your kid unless you start working young. But that balance of the both, I don't think that's something that we are exposed to, and it becomes a challenge when you're trying to do both, especially if you're trying to do school full time. Because like for me, I was working part-time and I was doing school full-time. By the time I got home, it was 9 o'clock at night. I had no life. So that's not something...
I had a life. Don't even get me started. I was working part-time. I was going to school full-time. So on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, right after work, I was hitting the club.
Oh yes, on the weekends I would go out. Of course,
that was Thursday through Sunday. Don't play. Thursday is not a weekend. Okay, but then I started working full time. So what I had to do is I had to take my full time classes 2 days a week. So I would coordinate those 2 as my days off, so that way I can go to school those 2 full days, and then the rest of the week. So I had 0 weekends off.
Zero. Well, for me, it worked out because I worked at the college that I was going to school in. So I would get out at 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
You cheater.
I would just go walk up the stairs, sit in my classroom, take my notes.
So would you say finding work study at the school is beneficial?
Yes, 100%. Like, my life was so much easier because I didn't have to spend extra gas. I didn't have to rush through traffic. I was literally in the same location, work and school. And I was working there for 10 years, and I went to school for 6 because I did 2 different degrees. And when I got into the university, because I worked out of college, when I got into the university, it was a little further, and I was like, man, people do this on a regular life, like drive from place to place in the traffic. There's so much gas. I was wasting a lot of gas then, and I was like, I'm so grateful that at least the first 5 years I had it that way, where I was working and going in school at the same place.
Very good tip. Because I definitely didn't work in the school. So yes, I saw. So that's why I had to take off 2 full days out of the week, make sure all my classes fell in those 2 days. I would spend like from 8 in the morning till 6 o'clock at night in school those 2 days, and then worked full time the rest of the week, of the days of the week. It was
That's
it was
hard.
rough.
Yeah,
it
that's
was
hard.
really rough.
Something else that they don't teach in school, I would say, is probably self-care. Because like even kids who get bullied, there isn't a way of coping with them in the school system.
Oh, they send it to the counselor. Okay.
Yeah.
They send you to the counselor. That's
But
it. That's their
That's the
resolution.
resolution, but they don't teach us how to have confidence, because self-care comes from a confidence, and it has nothing to do with how you look, what your appearance is, what you're wearing. It has everything to do with how you feel about yourself and how you think about yourself. And that's not something that's taught to us in school. So if we're bullied, we grow up depressed, we grow up sad, If we don't get good grades, the teachers make us feel like we're not smart enough, and we grow up thinking we're not smart enough. Like self-care, as far as creating an environment where it teaches you confidence, that's something that they don't have in school.
And then within that subject, we go into what you can do, since that's not something that they outside of, when you go to school. So you've graduated, and now you're still not confident in yourself. You don't think you can go to that first interview because you don't feel prepared. You don't know how to write a resume because you didn't take business classes, or you don't know how to type in a keyboard because you're so used to typing on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
So basic skills that a lot of people miss on because they're not studying a specific thing in your magnet school, then you it's lost, and you have to now do it for yourself, or Google it, or YouTube it, or whatever, so that you can learn, like meditating. How important, like, that's important. And it's something that we start doing now as adults because we're so stressed out and there's so much going on, when you could have been practicing how to do it that
as you were in school. And meditating helps you become confident. It helps take away all those negative thoughts of yourself out. It helps cleanse it out, but it has to be taught to you. It's not something like, no one's gonna know how to meditate unless it's taught to you,
right? Unless you research it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, what are the steps on how to start meditating?
Mm-hmm.
Make sure that it's not it's calm, it's quiet. You put music. Like, there's different
forms of meditating. I would say for like starting, it would be good with meditation music, because it helps calm the mind. Like, to start off, for beginners, it would be nice to start off with meditation music, have a place where you're relaxed. And it's not so much of clearing your head from thoughts, because thoughts are going to come. It's more of how you allow it to affect you when it does arise. So if you have a negative thought, at that moment is your time to release it and acknowledge it and say it no longer serves me, and you can release it. But if you're constantly telling yourself, I can't have any thoughts, you're not going to meditate.
You're thinking about not having all those thoughts. It's very difficult for me because I have a lot of things going on and a lot of things that I think about, to just sit back and not think about anything. It's very impossible. It's very hard, because I lay down and I'm like, okay, clear your mind, but you're not clearing your mind, because you're thinking about what you need to clear your mind of. Exactly. And it's just everything, a combination of so many things: doctor's appointments, car maintenance, everything that's life, everything we just spoke about. That's the stuff you need to clean out. It's hard.
It's very important for entrepreneurs to practice meditation, because of the fact that we do run on a million. Your mind is constantly thinking of creative ways, thinking of new ways to create things. Entrepreneurs live in that energy field where it's a constant goal of creating, and then you have to be a mom, and then you have to be a daughter, or you have to be so many people at once. And then when it's time to go to sleep, everything you did in the day, it's all there.
And what you need to do tomorrow
is also there.
It's also there. Oh my God. And what about finances? Like, I've heard of programs, some schools have it, that teach you, how to open a bank account, how to write a check. I mean, yes, we don't live in the era of checks, but that's important, because there are times that you need to.
That you need to write a check, or at least knowing how to write a check is good.
Right, how to write a check, how to open a savings account, why that's important, how to have your own bank account, how establishing credit, why credit's so important.
Yeah. And another thing with financing, I feel like we've missed out on learning how to invest versus spending so much. Like, we're taught how, not that we're taught, but we're guided towards so much paying bills, and it's not necessarily how to make money and invest it. Investments, I think, are important, and that's not something we learn.
Right.
We don't know. Like, it's not taught to you how to have $3 and turn that $3 into 10. It's more of just a math and solving a math problem, but they're not teaching us money. They're not teaching you how to actually use money, because in reality, we're not solving a math problem. We're solving problems with money.
Right. And on that topic of investing and opening your bank account and all that, how society has built it around that. You don't have good credit, you can't do anything.
Yeah.
When in reality, if you learn to invest and you start early and you have that ability, then you might not even need credit.
Yeah. You're right. You're absolutely right.
And I have this conversation a lot with my husband, and it's you fall back. So you need a credit card, but you need to use the credit card because the credit card starts to your social, and that's how you're building credit. And then you open another one, and you open another one, and it's a spending, and then you owe interest, and the interest is not cheap when you're young, and it's still not cheap when you're an adult either.
It's not cheap, period.
It's not cheap, period. And it's like a revolving thing about you need to have credit. You need to have credit to buy a house. You need to have credit to get a car. You need to have credit to get more credit line, more debt that you need to get yourself into, and nobody teaches you how to get out of it.
Yeah. Yeah. They know how to teach us how to get in it,
Yeah.
but not how to get out. As far as that too, I feel like when it comes to investments and the credit, if we were taught, instead of going into buying like a house or a mortgage right away as the first purchase, we weren't taught how to buy properties or have a land and then build on there and create a income where then you can have that income to pay off your mortgage, instead of the other way around, having a mortgage and then having to have a job and then you're working to pay off your mortgage. You're never really free. You're stuck in that cycle. So that's something that wasn't taught to us. We don't know any better. We graduate from high school. We're told to go to college. We're told to buy a house. We're told to get married and have kids. Okay, but
The American dream.
the American dream, but that's not for everyone, and it doesn't happen in that form, and it doesn't have to be in that order, you know? I feel like if we would have taught how to, instead of have investment properties, let's say you were to get a little motel with 7 rooms, that's 7 rent you're paying. That is easily your mortgage, and then you don't have to work. Now you have more time for your family, you have more time for your kids, you have more time to do extra activities.
Travel.
I love traveling.
Ooh.
Girl, I want to travel the whole world.
They also give you an agenda, right? They used to give you an agenda, right? When you go to school, like, oh, you need to write your homework. Remember that free agenda?
Yeah.
Don't lose that agenda. Your life's in it. Your life's in it. Well, the agenda moves on to your phone calendar.
It does. It does. It does.
You keep track, you follow up, you get reminders. I don't remember anyone's birthday anymore.
I know.
I barely remember my kids. Don't play. They call me from the doctor. What's the date of birth? I'm like, wait a minute.
I gotta think about it.
And then I'm like, wrong year. I apologize. It's not that right. It's not the right year. But it's a lot. There's a lot to remember now. No, there's not a lot to remember.
No, because you can have them on your notes and a reminder.
We would have had to remember it if we were like having a phone to put a calendar reminder on. But
That's true.
an agenda definitely helps the cause.
That's true. That's
so get yourself an agenda.
I know.
Or a calendar or something.
What works for me is writing a to-do list. And I call it to-do list, and then I have goals. Because I separate them. Because like your to-do list is the things that you need to do to get to the goal.
Okay.
So my way, I started this 3 years ago. My way is I project 3 months of my life.
Okay.
I write my goals for the 3 months, and then I write my to-do list.
You don't have a 5-year plan?
I used to, but I feel like we're constantly evolving and changing as individuals, and I don't want to like
limit yourself.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't want to
limit. Limit.
So I just project 3 months. And then after those 3 months, when the 3rd month is coming up, and then I project the next 3 months. So what I do is I write the 3 months. I write the goal, and then I write the to-do list of how I'm going to reach that goal.
Okay.
In those 3 months. And that's how I've been able to accomplish the businesses and all that stuff.
This one came in this one came in clutch then.
A little tip.
Was this part of your 3-month plan?
This was always in it, but I had never called it podcast.
Okay.
I just wanted to speak.
Yeah. Okay. I did want a podcast.
I thought it was gonna be on YouTube
Okay.
back in like 3 years ago, I wanted to speak on YouTube, but this works out better. You know, it's with a friend. Like I get to be myself and share. It's better with two people versus just me by myself talking. I like it like this. It turned out better. That's why when I do that, I don't like limit with labels. I just say what I want. Like I don't give it like I want it to be a podcast. I just say I want to speak where people can hear me and like they can understand.
It's broad, so it gives option.
Option, exactly.
But point of this is speak it out to the universe.
Exactly. You speak it into the universe.
And now we're gonna get into the little funky side of what they don't teach you. So you've graduated, and you're 21 and responsible, and now you go and you party it up. But you party too hard. You had too many tequila shots. And you're going to throw up in your brand new car that you got with your credit. Don't do it. Carry a bag. Carry a bag in your car. Carry a bag in that purse. Carry a bag. That is where you're going to throw up.
I would hope they have a friend with them.
Well, they're Ubering.
Trust. Okay.
They're Ubering home, or they have a designated driver. Okay? Because we, drive responsibly. Don't. I had broken up with my boyfriend, and my friends decided to take me out, and we went out. My friend's now husband had a brand new spanking car that he just detailed. Spent like hundreds of dollars, and this was said prior to us leaving to go out. And we go out, and you know who you are.
You know who you are.
Okay. She most definitely likes to take shots and give shots. And maybe not even take them, but you're getting the shot. She doesn't want to take it, but you're going to get it.
You're going to get it.
So it's shot. I'm putting that song.
We'll do the...
That's exactly.
Do it together. So we can edit it out.
We were definitely doing those moves. And then it was a very rough night. There was no bag. There was no hair tie.
Oh.
That's a problem. You need to have a hair tie.
You need to have a hair tie.
Okay. Guys, not so much. Guys will just like, bleh. But your girls need to be prepared. So have a little bag inside your purse. Have a little hair tie. And man, the only thing I could think about was, I can't throw up in this car. I can't. You just cleaned it. Hurry. It was,
man, I'm sure you were feeling all the waves. All the waves of the car, especially in a car.
I was like, oh my God. I don't think I'm going to make it. I made it though.
You made it.
Better safe than sorry. But be prepared. They don't teach you that. They teach you to drink responsibly, maybe in some sort of class, health class or something. I don't know. But they definitely don't teach you how to be prepared. Make sure you have little flats.
I know.
Flats. I mean, the heels.
I used to have, I never really partied that much, but when I did, I would take like everything. Like even a car. Like I wanted to make sure that if I wanted to leave the party, I can leave when I wanted to. There was one time where I almost left.
I called a designated driver.
I called a designated driver. No, I called a friend to pick me up because of that. Like if I wanted to leave, I wanted to be able to leave. So after that experience, I stopped drinking. Now I drink tea.
Amazing. Back to the healthy habits though. Self-care. Reverse back to our topics of conversation. Self-care.
You see why we can't go live yet?
Oh, we can't go live. Comment below if you agree with any of these items or you would like to see anything that we didn't cover. Exercise. Oh yeah, PE.
Well, we have PE. However, I don't think it's instilled in us like a routine.
I was dreading that PE.
Like a routine, and I don't think they made it so much fun. Maybe they did.
Maybe they should have done Zumba.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe if they had it like in a dance form, like they have dance classes. They have dance classes, so they still have exercise.
Men would not have been doing Zumba.
No, they
The weight training was what the guys would do, and then we'd be running the mile.
Yeah. I mean, it's okay. There was PE, but there wasn't like it wasn't taught as like a lifestyle. Like,
Right. There should have been like a mix, like learn yoga.
yes, learn yoga. Oh my God, that's so important. That's so important.
Learn yoga and PE.
If they would have instilled it into us as a routine, like a part of your lifestyle, like you should always work out.
And what if,
I mean, I didn't learn how to eat healthy in school. I had no idea what it was to eat healthy until after that I got sick, that I started to
comment
do research.
below your favorite meal. Your high school favorite meal. Comment below.
God. And they did not give us great food there. The toast with the
with the extra butter.
with the butter and
But
the
then
jelly.
they changed it to wheat. Then they changed it to wheat toast that wasn't even toasted.
Well, like, they were trying to go healthy.
That's true.
They were
But
trying.
man, that traumatizes someone.
They were
Who the
trying.
heck wants to do healthy after they have a soggy piece of bread with like low fat butter?
So yeah, definitely we weren't taught how to eat healthy. We weren't taught how to have a lifestyle as far as doing yoga, working out. Yoga is important because it helps the blood circulate in the body. And that is we turn out to be a little bit more lazy when you don't have blood flowing in your body, because that gives you the energy. So if you're always sitting down, like for instance, in an office, if we're sitting down 8 hours, your blood is not flowing. You become like a lazy mindset, not a lazy person, because you do things, but your mindset becomes lazy, and then you don't want to work out. You don't wake up earlier.
You have to build your own self motivation.
Yes.
It's a little bit harder work to get to the gym
Yes.
if you're an 8-hour shifter.
I can't with you so.
If you work 8 hours.
I mean, I definitely was not healthy when I was working in the office.
And you know what happens too? That some of us were super, super healthy and fit in high school. And then you get older.
Motivation comes and goes.
Oh, yeah.
That comes and goes.
Not I.
You're determined. That's different. Motivation is like you pushing yourself all the time, but sometimes you wake up like, I'm tired. I don't want to do anything today. What gives you that push? Your drive, your own drive. But motivation is not there every day.
After Christmas comes New Year's, and the most popular New Year's resolution to go to the gym. Summer's coming.
It's so funny you say that. When I used to work out in the gym, because I don't work out in the gym anymore, I work out outdoors. Every January it would be so packed.
No,
So packed.
Day one.
As soon as February came, the gym will be empty again. What happened? That motivation left you real quick. It has to become a part of your lifestyle, and do it in a form that makes it fun for you. Like for me, I don't really like going to the gym, so I just started to ride bike and skate. That's working on my whole entire body in one shot. I don't have to do extra stuff. I do yoga, and that stretches my body, circulates the blood, and I eat healthy. Yeah. I don't have to go to the gym and be all day every day.
What's your self-motivation?
Because I gained a lot of weight in my pregnancy.
We should share a picture.
We should. And I think
I
I traumatized myself in that stage where when I did lose the weight and I felt that confidence of myself again, I was like, whoa, this is what it feels like to be me. Because before my pregnancy, I was always very thin. And when I lost the weight, anytime I ever gained 5 pounds, I was like, okay, I need to work a little hard and go back to my weight. Because I think it's more of, I don't want to feel how I felt when I was overweight.
Oh, yeah. I know the feeling. We'll put some pictures. I'll have some pictures
of our before and after. We've come a long way, girl.
I think we have. They also don't teach us how to grow our own food.
Mm-mm.
And it's so therapeutic.
It is very therapeutic.
I loved my garden last year. A lot of things are seasonal.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to do a little research on some other plants. and herbs and stuff. But it's very therapeutic when you have a little bit of time. I mean, you talk to your plants.
Yes, because they feel you. They feel the energy. And it helps them grow when they feel a good energy around them. I like to grow plants mainly because of the fruit that it gives, you know. I think it's a beautiful thing to witness when you could plant a seed and watch it grow.
Oh no, it was most definite. The only unmotivating part is that one plant gives you one bean. One bean bud.
That one.
And I get 3 beans out of this plant, bro.
Every plant grows different. They grow their own way. Some
and I'm
plants
like,
take forever to grow fruit. Some don't, you know. It depends.
I have a lemon tree, and it's a baby, but it's there. It has its leaves.
Does it have fruit?
Flourishing. It doesn't have fruit yet.
Not yet.
But I know that it's gonna take. It's a process.
Yeah.
It's not like a old avocado tree that every year is gonna give you fruit.
Yeah, but that's good because a tree, when it does provide fruit, is abundance. It's constantly. It gives you the seed, so you replant the seed, and now you have another one.
Right. Well, we encourage you to plant something. And you know what? Maybe it will die, but maybe it won't. Okay? And talk to it. We dare you. Talk to your plant. Say a few little, put it, by the sink, and say a few words to it. Please don't die.
Yeah.
Just say please don't die.
The reason why we feel like it's important is because it's something that we're not taught, and it's how we live. It's everything. Everything comes from a garden, comes from plants. Anything, if you want to think about it, trees make paper, trees make our houses, trees make they give us food, they give us medicine, they give us oxygen. It does so much for us. At least we should know how to grow it.
If you would have your own garden where you've learned how to grow things and you understand that it's a process, it might not work, it might take many tries, but it also teaches you life lessons.
Yes.
Like, you don't give up if something doesn't work out the first time. Mm-hmm. You keep going.
And it also teaches you patience, because when I would, at first, I would plant something and I wanted it to grow the next day, and it's like, it's on my time, girl. It's not on your time. This is my time. So all you could do is be patient and water.
Exactly. That's our tidbit on gardening and how important it is. We're apparently very passionate about the garden.
And I don't know why my eyes are all watery.
Let's go back to the debt.
Yes, I agree.
And that it's not always bad.
It's not always bad. You can use debt as investments if you know how to use it correctly, and if you get like a loan from a bank,
or your financial aid. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Don't play. You got that stash.
They buy and they spend it. They don't know how to invest it, and
you get your financial aid money, and you know what you do with it, and it's not investing in yourself.
Great if they taught us how to invest in, real estate, properties, land, businesses,
money from a family member who's giving you money to go to school or to help you with school or whatever the reason is, because you had a trust. Any form of additional money to your income that could be debt, you can put to good use.
Yes.
Whether it's property, your own business, you have an idea and you want to make it a lucrative idea. Setting your goals. Set your goals. Do you want to own your own business, or do you want to work in corporate America for the rest of your life?
Exactly. I agree. Robert Kiyosaki, he talks a lot about that, about how he used debt to buy hotels and create investments from there. And I'm grateful that somebody can teach that, but that's not something we learn.
Right.
It's not something we learn. Most of us think that debt is bad, and it has its good and it's bad.
Right.
It depends on how you use it.
Right.
Or benefit from. But if you are exposed to other creativities or other options or business ideas or passion, then maybe you'll have an opportunity to think differently and want to create something. But if all we're taught is the same 23 subjects all the time, that's all we're gonna do.
Yeah. No, and it's not only that. Like, many people that are exposed to, for example, parents that are already doctors, right? They have their own practices, and then their kids are studying that because they like it. Some like it, right? Some just do it because it's the family business. But let's say you like it, but they see it in their family, like, hey, my dad owns a practice, I want to own my practice too. Okay, and so they have the business, and they have the career, and they have what school kind of guided them, to get to that end point, and that's great. But then there's others that
are not exposed to that. They're not exposed. Like, not every parent is a business owner or an entrepreneur. Not everyone gets that experience. There's the classroom has 30 kids, let's say 30 kids. All of them have a different lifestyle at home. They don't all learn the same either,
right?
They all learn differently, and it's not given to us in a general form where you are taught how to want to create from your own passion. Like, your own talents should be able to make you happy, and you can create a business from your own passion, but it's not taught to you in that form. It's more of, these are your options, do you like it?
Well, this is the curriculum, and you need to pick one class from each curriculum, and they might not be the ones you like, but you need them, because if you don't take them, then you can't graduate. And
communication skills, because in the business world, it's really how you communicate with others.
Right.
It's when you're creating businesses, you're trying to align with others with your same passion, idea, and drive, and communication is by far the most important thing.
I think that technology has taken a toll on communicating.
I agree.
Like, does your kid or someone that just graduated from high school right now know how to sit through an interview?
That's important.
Because interviews still exist.
Yeah, they do.
And not all jobs are sit at home, work from home jobs. They're not. Yes, a lot of companies are moving towards that because it's more efficient and more productive for some employees, and it's a better work-life balance. But can you sit through an interview? Do you know how to write a resume? Do you know the steps? I mean, I've come across adults that don't know how to write a resume, but also don't know how to Google how to write a resume.
Yeah.
So it's so important, some of these skills that we're not exposed to, that we think would be so beneficial. And even if you're a parent and you have a child right now, or someone that would benefit from just finding out how to do certain things that they would need, I think that you should share your knowledge.
Yeah, and even if you don't use that to work for someone, you can definitely use that for your own business. You still need to learn that. You still need to learn those skills for your own. Right. What if it's your turn to hire? Now you have to be the one looking at the resume. What are you looking at?
Right.
What
are the keywords?
What are the keywords? So it's still very important to know it, regardless if you're the employee or you're the entrepreneur. You still have to know it. And that was our tips on what we feel was missed out from school, the things that we didn't learn,
and just things we experienced that maybe touch someone and inspire or motivate or to share with others, because you might not need this because you're watching it, but there's someone that does need it.
If you would like to watch a second podcast on how, because we just basically said the things that weren't taught, but we didn't give what did we use in order to overcome those situations, and I think that would be great.
Yeah, so comment below if you would like to see a podcast about that. And we want to thank you for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing, and hopefully you're enjoying our girl talk and all that glitters is, and we'll see you next time. We want to thank our sponsor, Silver Acre Academy and the Founders Law, and our makeup by Fab Maria. Look at
Do you see how good she is?
She's
I
fabulous.
love her.
She's fabulous.
I don't ever wear makeup, and with her, I have to.
She's so good. Look at these eyes. Next time.
We'll see you on the next
Remember
one.
to like, subscribe, and
turn on your notification bell.
Bye.
See you. We'll do it again. See you on the next one.